Today here on the homestead, I'm going to be harvesting some herbs because I really want to make some pesto and it's almost fall. So I try to harvest my herbs a couple times a year to really chop them down and then let them grow back big and full. So today we're going to harvest some sage and we're also going to harvest some oregano. I have a couple recipes I'm thinking about, so we'll try those later. I have a pretty large patch of oregano behind me, so we're going to take it down as far as we think it needs to be. Usually I take off anything that is already floured and I'll just bring that inside to make with the pesto. I'm going to leave a little small bush, but for the most part, we want to take this out. See how this one has already floured? This is a great one to pick. Once we pick these, they will grow back. Oregano is a great winter hardy herb. You can keep this and it'll come back each year. Traditionally, when you think about pesto, you probably think basil, but there's so many different herbs you can use to make a pesto out of, and there's so many different dishes that they're great on. Like sage pesto is really great on pork. And this oregano pesto will be great in any Italian dishes that I'm going to make in the future, and it'll be super easy. Oregano is also a very aggressive herb, so this will take over a container very fast. And if you let it go in the yard, it'll spread really easily. So a couple times a year when I take this down, I like to take it completely down, very, very small. That way I don't have to worry about it being invasive to the other plants in my garden. You can cut off any pieces that look like they're browning. You don't want to bring in anything too yucky. Look how tall this piece is. Cut that off. Making pesto with herbs is a really great way to preserve them. That way, when you have an overabundance, you don't just have to cut them and toss them. You can stick your pesto in the freezer and it works all year long. So hopefully you can grow enough herbs to make yourself pesto for the entire year. We still have a ton more to go. It smells so delicious. I love the smell of fresh herbs. That's one of the perks of having a garden. You can see we've taken most of the pesto from this area. We still have a bunch. Now that we've filled our basket with oregano, it's time to go harvest the sage. I don't know if we're going to have enough space for all of this, but we're going to somehow manage to fit it all in this basket. Here is the sage that I'm working with. It is enormous. And just like with the oregano, we are going to take this down pretty far. We want to take it back as far as we can and still leave a small amount left. You can also use this sage in many other different ways besides pesto. I sometimes add it to my fire when I'm out here in the garden in the summer to keep the mosquitoes away, and it does a wonderful job at that. You can use it for many other things too. I love to use it on pork. That's my favorite thing to use it on when I do eat pork. It has a wonderful smell. Just hanging it in your house smells amazing to dry. I keep tons of it in jars inside. It stays great inside of a normal canning jar, but I like to freeze mine in a pesto because that is what I've found to be the best way to preserve the flavor of the sage. Cutting sage is a lot easier to me than cutting oregano. It kind of gets crazy. Sage stays nice and neat and tidy, and it's been so easy to maintain. The smell is amazing. I love the smell of fresh herbs. Ooh. I think my ducks like the smell of fresh herbs too, because they've been coming to sniff around and see what I'm doing. I also have some pineapple sage that I planted this year, which smells absolutely amazing, but I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Maybe on a chicken dish. Maybe that would be good in pork as well. But it smells beautiful. Ooh. Look at this bunch so far. I don't even think we're halfway through yet. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so beautiful. It looks gorgeous too. I love the colors of sage. I also have a variegated sage. I believe it's lemon, but that is gorgeous. I'm curious to see how that handles the winter compared to this sage. On the other side of this patch, so we're almost finished. It's a gorgeous day here where I'm at. It's starting to feel like fall, which is always bittersweet because I love my summer harvests, but fall gardening has so much less pest. Do you agree? Because, phew, I am sick of fighting squash bugs. Oh my goodness, there's so much more sage than I anticipated. I might have to find something else to do with this besides just pesto. Woo! Here, come check out this other sage that I have. This is a lemon sage, and you can tell the difference because it has this variegation. It's like a green on green variegation. It looks beautiful. I love the way this looks outside. It also smells amazing. Whew. Now that we've harvested all of this sage and oregano, we're gonna make some of the best pesto you've ever tried. So come back and I will share 2 great recipes with you guys. Don't forget to hit the follow button and check out our next videos and see what I have to teach you from the homestead.